perfection as it does. Franklin urged the delegates to doubt a little of their own infallibility and to set aside ego for the public good, to act unanimously for the Constitution's adoption. He understood that disagreement and imperfection are not defects of a republic, but its operating conditions, and that its survival depends on humility, strong enough to hold a common project together. And that's tonight's CBS Evening News Plus. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Dickerson. Good night.
Breaking news right now at 5. 3 police officers have been killed, 2 wounded in a shooting in Pennsylvania.
And breaking tonight in Hollywood, Jimmy Kimmel's show has been pulled off the air. The controversial comments that are now being questioned.
Plus, a break in a gruesome homicide case. A 15-year-old's body found decomposing in the back of a towed Tesla, identified and connected to a missing teen case in the Inland Empire.
And next weather alert. We're getting you prepared for a round of summer rain.
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Harvey.
I'm Ruta Shabazi. We begin with breaking news in Pennsylvania. 3 police officers are dead, 2 others critically injured after a shooting in York County, about 115 miles west of Philadelphia.
The shooting happened while following up on a domestic-related investigation from yesterday. Sources tell CBS News the gunman is believed to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Governor Josh Shapiro is asking people to follow guidelines set by local police. Now, more breaking news this evening. ABC suspends Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely.
The move comes following comments Kimmel made about Charlie Kirk's killing.
And KCAL anchor Juan Fernandez is here now with more on what led to that show's suspension, Juan.
Well, Pat, Rutabay, all this happening very quickly. The network's decision coming after Nexstar, that's the media company that owns dozens of ABC stations across the country, said it was pulling the show from its stations. Nexstar said Kimmel's comments his monologue on last night's show were, quote, offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse and don't reflect the views or values of the local communities where those stations are. Here's a listen to part of Kimmel's monologue regarding Kirk's killing that prompted the backlash.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
So that was just part of it. Kimmel has hosted Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC since 2003. He has not yet commented on this decision, but we, of course, are continuing to follow up on all the developments on this story, and we'll bring you the very latest all night here on KCAL News. Pat Rutabay, back to you now.
All right. Thank you, Juan.
And now to our next weather alert, rain moving into Southern California.
Meteorologist Evelyn Taft is tracking it all in the weather sphere. Ev. Okay. So I asked. All right, we'll check in with you a bit later, Evelyn. Now, how much rain do we need to reduce the risk of wildfires in our area? KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen spoke to some experts. That's minutes away.
And our live next weather radar is available on your phone or tablet 24 hours a day. It's on CBS News Los Angeles.
A body found in a towed Tesla owned by a well-known singer has been identified as a missing teenager from Lake Elsinore. And KCAL's Jasmine Veal went to her neighborhood where Many people are still searching for answers.
Her face was posted on missing person flyers and shared across Lake Elsinore.
My youngest one knew her from going to Lakeland Village. When she went missing the first time around, they put flyers around.
For more than a year, family and friends like this mom were desperate to find her. Now they have the answer they feared most.
It hurts. It hurts.
The LA County Medical Examiner and the Riverside County Sheriff's Department confirming the decomposing remains found in the trunk of a Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard earlier this month were those of missing 15-year-old Celeste Rivas.
Hear somebody lost their kid, it'd break my heart, man.
They say on April 5th, 2024, deputies responded to reports of a runaway at this home. Outside her home Wednesday, her brother did not want to talk on camera, only saying they are grieving. The Tesla is registered to 20-year-old singer David Burke, who rose to fame after a couple of his genre-defining songs went viral on TikTok. He's been performing on a world tour. His latest stop was Tuesday night in Seattle for a two-night show that's now been canceled at a venue near the restaurant where Danny works.
There was a concert last night for David, pretty long line. They're selling merchandise, everyone's there.
We have reached out numerous times and we still have not heard anything from David himself or his team on this investigation. LAPD Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton tells me despite this disturbing discovery, no arrests have been made, as there is no indication a crime occurred.
When I met her, she was very lively. Just like all giggly.
This neighbor says she didn't even know Rivas was still missing since she stopped by one of their yard sales last summer.
They said they were about to go to the mall. Yeah. And this was on August 31st of last year. I remember there was a angel jewelry box that she had bought.
The medical examiner says Rivas had a distinct tattoo on her index finger with the letters SHHH.
She had a boyfriend named David. And then they have matching tattoos.
And for this tight-knit community, the search is over, but the questions are just beginning. In Lake Elsinore, Jasmine Veal, KCAL News.
A man arrested and charged by the federal government during immigration protests has been found not guilty.
And assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk now. Mike, this is one of the first cases we've seen so far go through the court process.
Yeah, Pat and Rudy, this is the first case, one of the first cases we have seen make it all the way to the end through a jury trial. Now, there have certainly been cases of plea deals, and we know of people that have gone to court, but one of the first cases we can find where a verdict was actually reached by a jury. Now, I want to show you some information here. This all happened during Paramount. So this was one of the ones early on in June during the protests when protesters were outside of the HSI building there in Paramount. Now, this happened during that. The man was arrested, Brian